is adding to our interest fee, late fees, interest penalty, and other prosecution proceedings. So, first thing is always correctly update your TAN address with regard to address, email, mobile number. All these things kindly update it. It is for your benefit. That is the solution. Next, incorrect challan details. So, we pay, we deduct, and we remit also. But while filing TDS return, because we are giving it to somebody who is not, who is a data entry operator or somebody, and in the process they may make mistake of wrong entry of date of payment, amount of tax paid, or section under which it is paid, and BSR code and other details. So this will result in invalidation of such TDS. These challans will not be considered in your TDS return, which results in shortfall and raising of demand, which comes in the form of notice to you. So, deductor solution is pay attention while you are filing the TDS return, because you are doing the duty on behalf of so many deductees, and if they are not getting due credit for the tax which is deducted on behalf of them, they are going to file grievances with you, with department, and with other forums also. Nowadays, grievance redressal has become very important priority to the government, and people are filing grievances at CP grants, which is monitored by Prime Minister's office. So, in that case, we will not be escaping to resolve their grievances. Instead of that, we should file the correct details when we are entering the challan details. So that is the solution. Quoting of incorrect PAN. So when we are deducting on behalf of so many deductors, in case of big deductors, we will be having hundreds of PANs on whose behalf you have deducted TDS, and we mistakenly mention one letter out of that 10 series, even one alphabet is mistakenly written and wrong. That will not be considered, resulting in short. It will not get reflected in the PAN of the deductee on whose behalf we have deducted. So, quoting wrong PAN gives rise to TDS demand for the TDS already deducted for you, deductor. This will result in deductee not getting TDS credit. He will not get credit, so they will file grievances. So, the PAN details have to be entered correctly. You have to doubly ensure that the PAN number given is correct. Instead of taking the major mistake happens when we call to the deductee, we take their PAN number, we write down, instead of B, we write V, and we mistakenly write that one. So instead of that, you get the digital PAN card only, because nowadays everywhere we have digital media through which we can exchange the right information. So next is incorrect selection of financial year and assessment. A lot of people will get confused with assessment year with financial year with assessment year, vice versa, and that results in invalidation of our TDS returns. So that will result in shortfall and also raising of notices. So that is correct entry of financial year also very important. Next, incorrect income deducted. We deduct some amount, but we enter some amount extra, some other amount. It is maybe data entry mistake or anything. That will also result in shortfall or rejection of return. So this has the actual whatever we have deducted. We have to check whether the TDS deducted is at correct rate, whether it is a fee for professional services or contract. So accordingly we have to deduct and remit. If we deduct at professional fees at 194J and remit only 2%, then shortfall 194J is 10%, whereas you deducted 2% only. That results in shortfall. So that again you will get the notice of shortfall in your remittance, and that will. So instead of, we have to enter correct income details. That is the solution for that. And section code also the same example. Instead of 194J, if we code 194C and we do 194J, then again it will result in invalidation of return. Details of tax deducted and paid to the credit of same again, deducted one amount and remitted one amount. So that results in, and also we will be having a lot of interest when we have paid earlier interest and penalty something which we didn't utilize earlier, and now we want to utilize. We have to correctly input that interest utilization. That will result in correct validation of your return and reducing your burden. Next thing is, lot of deductees take lower deduction certificates under section 197, and this lower deduction, when they have the lower deduction certificate under 197, this has to be, deductor has to quote this correctly and has to check whether the certificate valid for the period for which the deductee has asked to consider the lower deduction, and also mention correct details of LDC. Then only it will get, because when we are issuing lower deduction certificate, we are having a digital data on whose case we have issued lower deduction under which section.